Hi everyone, it's another great golden opportunity the Lord has given unto me, and I'm blessed to have a guest, a friend, and we're going to talk about relationships. In the meantime, I would want her to introduce herself.
Thank you so much for inviting me here.
So, welcome.
Thank you, Dora. I don't know why people think I'm young, which is good. It's good to women like being called young. So, yes, my name is Izaura Bosibori Mosomi, aka Easy. Everyone calls me Easy. It's easier so that you don't call me different names and then I get annoyed. Yes, so my name is Easy. I'm a student at the university at Adventist University of Central Africa in Rwanda, and I'm taking a bachelor's in marketing. And yeah, I'm passionate about singing as well, which Dora likes a lot. And I'm glad and honored to be here in her YouTube channel. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Isaura. For my subscribers and people who have been supporting me, I'm so much grateful and I don't take that for granted. So you just want to go into our today's topic, that is relationships. Now we have different types of relationships, but we just want to focus on this type of relationship, in fact the one between a boy and a girl. And my first question that I would like to ask is Saura, being that she looks young, are you in a relationship that is an intimate relationship, to be precise?
If I wasn't, I wouldn't have been called here, even though I look young. So yes, I'm in a relationship, and I'm very happy because I'm dating my best friend. That's one thing that I'm proud of. Yes.
Now, can you tell us about this best friend of yours? How did you meet, and how did you even start? Okay, maybe something about that. How you met, and what drove you into accepting him as the best person to date?
So I I might not remember all the details because we've been friends for like 6 years, just friends, like casual friends, and then we became like very close over the years. And I think we met. We were going for ministry. I hope I'm saying the right details, guys. You know, sometimes you get details twisted. And we were going for ministry, and we were supposed to meet in town to get together, like the many people who were going to sing. And so we go together as a team. And so we met there for the first time, and I was introducing myself as a bubbly person because I like talking. And he was really quiet. So he was like, this lady, she's always talking. And I think that was my first impression of me talking. And yes, that's how we met. And over the years, because I sing and I sing in a group, and he also sings in a group, so we kept meeting in different functions, like church functions, for singing, and that's how, with time, we got closer. Yes, to me, guys. But talking about my previous relationships, I usually say sometimes, or I usually tell my best friend, um, your past is the one which is molding you to become a better person for the future. So sometimes people throw shade that I didn't like the previous relationship. Maybe he cheated, he did this, I did that. You point fingers, and for me, each relationship that you are in it's a learning process. You are there to learn something new and learn something, and so that when you're meeting your future husbands and wives, you are a collection of many attributes, things that you've gone through, so that you become a better, refined person, so that you can do everything in the glory and honor of God. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. And if I can remember very well, you've said that you've been friends for 6 years, right?
Yes.
Now, when did you decide to put it to the next level, from friendship into now becoming into a relationship that is a serious, intimate relationship?
Um, this is a funny story, but when we were friends, I think I was in a relationship before. So, and it was like a 4-year relationship. It was good, I can say. We were doing long distance. Even now we're doing long distance. It's not easy, people. Relationships needs work, commitment, trust. Love is not just the basic. Like, you can love someone and still be not able to endure. So I could say I was in a relationship when we became friends, and yeah, and we were like, I don't know, sometimes people, when you have a male best friend or a male figure when you're in a relationship, sometimes it usually has different complicated dynamics, but I could say we just kept it platonic. Like, we are friends, we check up on each other like normal people, and
Okay,
respect
now,
boundaries.
like the question is,
Yes.
when did you decide to move it? Now you've been friends for 6 years.
Yes.
Now how long have you been dating? Leave alone friendship now.
Okay.
Yes.
So when we were been friends when I was still in a relationship,
Mhm.
then I got out of that relationship, and then after like a few months to a year, like 6 months to 1 year, then he asked me, and I knew it was coming because we were really close. It was like he was waiting, but yeah. So like, just in the 6 year period, like on, let's say, on the 5th year, I could say, because this is like our 7th year.
Okay.
Yes, reached its strenuous point that we couldn't continue the relationship because of distance, time to communicate, and like the time to also meet each other, because I was in another country and he was in another country. Yes.
Wow, that's great. Now, this is a personal question. I don't know whether you'll be comfortable with it. Now, what is the age gap between the two of you? And how sure are you that this relationship, now it is 7 years, let me just say it is 7 years, and how sure are you that it is going to lead to marriage?
Our
Because you need to
age
be,
gap-
you have to prepare for both the positive and the
And the
negative
negative,
sides.
yes.
Yeah.
Our age gap is like 1 year. Yes, 1 year age gap. And how am I sure? I pray to God. One thing that I'm doing different in this relationship is committing it more to the Lord. Because
Amen.
God I want God, we want, not just I, but we want God to be the center of it all. Because without God, we might be doing it our way, and we do not want it to lead up to other previous relationships. So one thing that we're trying to do differently is put God at the center of it all. Have a relationship with Him as well. The way we want to have a relationship with each other, we are also building a relationship with God. Yes. So, because how we resolve conflict, we talk about it. One thing for me, which I've like also done different, is the friendship aspect in the relationship. We have been friends, so regardless of our differences, we still remember that we are friends. So yes, we have been in conflict even in the beginning of the relationship. Not even 1 year, 2 years into, no, at the beginning of the relationship, because my current boyfriend knew my ex-boyfriend. There was a conflict of how am I supposed to act when I see my ex-boyfriend, because we are still in the same circles of the church, and because he's still both of them are Christians, and we are friends. Even with my current boyfriend, friends that it's not like we are enemies, but we have our own boundaries. So we had a conflict that how am I, like, my current boyfriend wasn't sure how I would react. So when I met my ex-boyfriend in a concert, we had gone to a concert, we actually had a major fight. I'm telling you, a fight that like, he didn't talk to me for like 24 hours. And it was bad because the next day, actually like maybe 12 hours, because the next day we were supposed to go for a fun day, a social Sunday event for church. And I was hurt because it was just not the relationship aspect, it was our friendship had come to a standstill, because now I can't talk to my friend, and I can't just, even if I'm, because this is the person sometimes you want to call and just tell them if you have good news, bad news. So we couldn't talk in that period, and it was really hurting. So I had to call my girl best friend, who's like my sister. We have known each other for like, we have grown together, and so I asked her what advice, and I also called my other friend, my boyfriend's friend, who's also my friend, and they really did a good job. They helped us resolve the conflict, and like, they called us to talk about it, express our feelings, how we want to go forward, because someone has to have an ex. It's not like you're the first one, unless you don't have an ex, which is good. But for us who have exes, how do you deal with your exes and your current relationships? How do you keep distance while not making it an issue that we are friends, but there's boundaries between, now I'm dating someone new and we have to respect these boundaries? Yes.